The spider Yaoguai weren't always spiders, and they're certainly not demons. After all, there's no hell in Chinese eschatology, so no hell, no demons. Like many beings in Chinese folklore, they simply fell from grace, and Violet Spider's journal captures this descent. Once she rode the cloud chariot to the high terrace, now she dwells in a secluded cave by the mountain base. Another line from our dialogue with Zubajie darkens the tone further. Every day, trapped in this hollow, I missed and dreamed, waiting for the day to eat you right after we mate, so I can heal. These transformations often reflect the choices made by such beings, trading divine duties for earthly desires. And for the Violet Spider, her fall is symbolized by her metamorphosis from Celestial Maiden to Spider Spirit, from divine identity to the beast realm. Welcome back, Cogitantes. Today, let's untangle the philosophy of the spider Yaoguais. First of all, you should know that this type of story is common in Chinese folklore. Think of Bai Suzhen from the legend of the White Snake or Chang'e, the fairy banished to the mortal world. But Violet Spider's curse is tied to her nature. As a spider, she is driven by instinct to eat her mate to regain her strength. This fate is hinted at when her daughter refers to Zubajie as nothing but mother's meal, implying that consuming him is part of her cultivation in order to restore Violet Spider's immortality. Game Science has explored this story before Black Myth Wukong. In their earlier game, God of Battle, before the studio was formed, they offered a modified take on Journey to the West, where the antagonist, Chakravartin, reincarnates as a golden spider, nodding to the spider's so-called demons story. In Journey to the West, chapters 72 and 73, the Spider Sisters reside in the Silk Cave on Silk Ridge. When Tang Sanzang stumbles upon their hut, they trap him in a web span from their navels. Sun Wukong intervenes, defeats the sisters, and frees Tang Sanzang. A simple story on the surface, but it's layered with Taoist, Confucian, and Buddhist themes. From a Taoist lens, their descent into vengeance echoes Zhuangzi, chapter 2, on the equality of things, where fixation on control leads to self-destruction. Confucian ethics are reflected in the tension between justice and compassion, reminiscent of the Analects, chapter 4, where loyalty, zhong, and righteousness, yi, are complementary virtues. Finally, their decline mirrors Buddhist concepts like dukkha, suffering, and samsara, rebirth, as seen in the Lotus Sutra, chapter 2, where attachment and ignorance cause beings to fall into lower realms. Who are the spiders? They are the daughters of the Violet Spider. According to the journals, the eldest sister manages the household, while the second sister oversees the family business. The third sister is a quiet and timid weaver, skilled in her craft. The fourth sister stands out as a lone wolf, outspoken, intelligent, and kind. The fifth sister is mischievous, while the youngest, the sixth sister, is the daughter of Zubajie. As for the family business, it remains shrouded in mystery. Journals suggest they are involved in weaving and clothing, but the details are scarce. As for their number, the 7 spider sisters in Journey to the West symbolize the Qi Qing, the 7 human emotions: joy, anger, sorrow, fear, evil, desire, and love. Each of them represent an obstacle to spiritual enlightenment, keeping beings trapped in samsara, the endless cycle of suffering and rebirth. In the game, the spiders are reimagined to embody the 6 desires of Buddhism, tied to the senses: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. Each spider's obsession reflects one of these desires. The 4th sister, for instance, represents the body. She fell in love with the destined one, waiting for him across countless reincarnations. As for the design, the Spider Sisters are inspired by the opulence of the Tang dynasty, a nod to the historical period of Journey to the West. A woman's hair, in Chinese tradition, often symbolizes marital status, and the 4th sister's hair bun suggests she sees herself as the lost bride to the destined one. At the heart of the spider's story is love, but not the romantic kind you would expect. Take the relationship between Bagie and the Violet Spider. Before becoming a pig demon, Bagie was a revered general in the Celestial Court, and Violet was a celestial maiden who fell in love with him. Their reunion in the mortal world shows how powerful attachments can transform and curse beings. Violet's loyalty mirrors the Nugui female ghost folklore, where spirits bound by love linger in the mortal realm. Her longing for Bagie is both her purpose and her doom, a bittersweet fate that keeps her tied to him even as it leads to her demise at the hands of the 100-eyed Taoist master. The text of the final song in the animation captures her fate beautifully. In the next life, when we meet, the male says, "Please don't look back again," and the female says, "Please remember to look back." A melody of regret, longing, and love that endures across lifetimes. Violet Spider's design adds another layer to this tragedy. Dressed in a red wedding gown, she embodies duality. In fact, in Chinese culture, red symbolizes good fortune, marriage, and sacrifice. The fourth sister's story is also one of defiance and tragic love. Her use of the word "chuhuzi," stinky monkey, in the Chinese version of the game carries affectionate undertones, which are lost in the English translation into monkey. Her actions, from freeing Sun Wukong to aiding him in battle, reflect a devotion that transcends her cursed form. Her desperation is most evident when she tries to remove the talismans herself, risking everything to break free from celestial control. Before departing, her final monologue resonates with both love and desperation, imploring the monkey to seek out Bagie. Her plea is cut short by the arrival of Crane Immortal, who coldly declares his intent to transform her into a pill, an object of Taoist alchemy, symbolizing spiritual cultivation and the reduction of a once living being into a mere tool for transcendence. Her ultimate fate remains uncertain, but the depth of her character left me hoping for her return in a DLC or a sequel, where her story could be further explored and resolved. As a philosopher, for me, what makes the Spider's story compelling is its exploration of the dangers of love, offering a perspective distinct from Western traditions. In Chinese Buddhism, love is reframed as compassion, detached, universal, and focused on alleviating suffering. Romantic love, however, is seen as a source of attachment, leading to pain and reinforcing samsara. True love, according to Buddhism, arises when we let go of possession and embrace selflessness. But the Spider Sisters story resonates also with Western love, in particular Socrates' view of love as described in Plato's Symposium. Eros, love, is neither entirely divine nor fully human, neither wholly good nor completely evil. Instead, Eros is a sort of yaoguai, a being that bridges the human and divine by forever striving upward, caught between longing and fulfillment. Socrates explains this through the myth of Eros' parentage. Born of Penia, poverty, always in want, and Poros, resourcefulness, ever seeking completion. Love, then, is not a simple feeling, but a ceaseless quest for something beyond reach. I believe the Spider Sisters embody these intertwined philosophies. Violet Spider is consumed by longing for Bagie, while the fourth sister's devotion to Wukong mirrors the endless striving described by Socrates. Yet their love is doomed, an entanglement that traps them in a web of suffering and desire. I find this blend of Eastern and Western thought fascinating, and I ask myself, how does the story of the Spider Yaoguais challenge us to redefine our understanding of love, not as a simple emotion or moral ideal, but as something that demands both action and sacrifice? Can love truly exist without transforming us or the world around us? I wish I knew the answer. Thanks for watching, happy mindful gaming, and see you next time.